All right, Rob Frazier here. This video, I'm gonna just go down a bunch of lot of go down a bunch of thoughts here. And the reason why you may or may not want to listen to this video is if you are behind the power curve. Um, like with regards to your finances, this video may help you. Long story short, I'm 45 years old. Knock on wood, I still got some time left. I don't take any time for granted, and been around affiliate marketing since 2010. Had a couple of breakout years. Years I made multiple six figures. One of my most notable stories is I paid off a six-figure debt within 9 months. I was in $102,284.74 of debt, and I paid it off in under 8 months using affiliate marketing. So, but that kind of led me off into a couple of other things. I paid down that debt, but I still had to pay taxes on the money that I used to pay off the debt, and that just led me into a whole bunch of different things. Got involved in a few crypto deals that went sideways along the years, up, down, all sorts of kind of craziness has happened, and here I am. So basically, I didn't have a plan before. If you are in online making money, a lot of people get in there because they want to make extra money because they're not making enough money. But the problem is, it's a trap. You're always going to have to You're always going to have to make more money. And from a person who's made multiple six figures over multiple years in affiliate marketing, the more money you make, the more money you have to make. Say it again. The more money you make, the more money you will have to make. It is not just cut and dry. I want to make $1,000 a week. I want to make $2,000 a week. I want to make $10,000 a month. Is the usual thing that people throw out there. If you're making $10,000 a month, it's something you're going to have to always do. You're going to have to continuously work to bring in that money, and basically you're just giving yourself another job. And so it's always kind of been my thing to want to break free of having to always be on the internet. And one of the biggest things that did that was just not liking social media at all. Just not wanting to be on social media, not wanting to get lost down rabbit holes, all the riffraff, all the political stuff going on back and forth. I'm just tired of it all. And so that always pushed me towards trading as well. So now we have two things. We have affiliate marketing and we have trading. But at the end of the day, both of those things require learning some things, and both of those things require continuously to have to do something. You always have to be looking at charts or waiting for the indicators to go off. You always have to be marketing. You're always going to have to be doing videos. You're always just going to have to be doing something. There's no true freedom plan built into this thing. And the only people that do find freedom are those who actually make network marketing or affiliate marketing, whichever side you look at it, who make it work and actually build a sustainable business. But when you look at the stats, that doesn't happen to a lot of people. Even myself, I went through the churn of signing people up for a program, and the way I'd make more money is I would sign up more people than who would quit. And it's like I would make it a point to tell people, hey, this is what you have to do, blah, blah, blah. And people would still go off and not listen and quit and join any other sponsor and shiny balls and blah, 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 blah. So it's like it was just never a sustainable thing. Not to mention, I joined a couple crypto deals that were scams. They went sideways. I lost a lot of money. And then I still had to pay taxes on the money that I was withdrawing. I didn't have a plan, blah, 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 blah. So that all led me to what I am doing now. If you didn't watch my last video, I talked about whenever I get money now, I shh and I city down. So when the money comes in, I chop it up. My shh is I slam traffic. My sit, save, invest, tithe, and then D down, I pay some of my debt down. So I city down whenever money comes in. So the purpose of this video is I actually wanted to share my invest plan. Now, this isn't everything I do with investing, but this is a solid kind of overview. The thing is, before, when you had to invest, you needed a significant amount of money. Nowadays, apologize for my chair. This chair is loud. But nowadays, you got fractional. You can buy fractional shares of everything, just like Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You don't have to wait till you have all this money. You could just buy, like $5 of it and own like 0.0000 whatever of it. And it's the same thing with stocks. Same things with dividend-paying stocks, ETFs, you name it. So the only thing I'm going to really share in this video is just what I'm doing to kind of get my, not my foot in the door, but just basically how to write my finances. And this is the page I'm looking for. In fact, linked this page underneath the video, but there's a couple of other things that I use as well. So first off, I'm not going to give an overview into different things. I'm going to just kind of give like what they are. I'm going to list them out. I'm going to have links for you to create accounts underneath the video. The thing is, when you're older, when you're like 45, 40, you're behind the power curve if you have not started to invest at all. And all of this kind of comes from my broke man's plan. Way back when I was joining programs like Traffic Monsoon, My Advertising Pays, Beyond Push, L7, there's a whole bunch of other ones that have came and have gone by the wayside. So these programs are revenue sharing programs. You join, you buy an ad pack or whatever it's called, you buy a position, whatever. And based on the amount of ad packs or positions or whatever you own, you get paid if the company's doing it right. They take in revenue, they chop it all up, and they distribute it out. And there's a whole big thing about, from the SEC, we're not selling securities. We're selling, advertising and things like that. So basically, just kind of clicking around here so people don't get bored with the video. So the thing is that I always thought was, instead of buying into these crappy programs that go under all of the time, how about we just actually buy registered securities and get paid on them the same way? And it just boggles my mind how long it took me to kind of wake myself up. It's kind of depressing sometimes. It's just like, man, I'm doing the same things, but I'm like filling up a bucket with holes in it. Whereas it's like, why don't you just join solid companies that are actually registered and do this stuff and just buy shares in different companies? And I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just sharing different things I do. And I'm getting close to 15 minutes. So basically, Stash, it's an app. You download it. You can start buying micro shares of different things. Acorns is another one. And all of these links will be on this this page. I'll link below the video. Stash, Acorns, and Coinbase, basically. So Coinbase, you buy crypto. Stash, you buy shares in different stocks, and it has different things. It'll ask you some questions. Acorns is linked to my maybe I shouldn't say this online. They will link it to a certain card, and whenever you use that card, it'll round up the difference and invest it for you. And it's like just a very solid, easy way of starting this whole process of buying assets that will pay you. I just read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad again, and The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. He talks about the same thing. And also in the past, I used to buy a whole lot of silver, and I could never figure out how could I make cash flow from silver other than buying it and then selling it. But with dividend-paying stocks, you can get paid just like the old rev share companies based on the amount of stocks that you own, or ETFs or whatever it is. There's so many different things. It's not just stocks. There's so many different companies out there and funds and things you can invest in. And Stash is a great place to start. Also, I've been going down a YouTube rabbit hole. There's so many different things out there, but those are 3 places that I use. And I also, iCoin Pro. What I do is I still trade. I still trade the micro profit system. I make a little bit of money on a trade. I withdraw that money. I'll send it over to my Stash. I'll send it over to my Acorns. I'll go here, and also one thing I like doing is Quicksilver. Quicksilver, there you buy gold and silver. The newest thing I've been really getting into, gold is $4,000, an ounce. Not a lot of people have $4,000 sitting around, but they've recently come out with these things called gold backs, which are like dollar bills, but actually have 24 karat gold imprinted in them, and they actually have a value, 1/2000th of a troy ounce or 1/1000th of a troy ounce actual gold built in, and these things are pretty freaking cool. And you can start by buying one gold back for like $12-13. You can buy a half a gold back for things like $5. So for $5, you can actually start accumulating gold. And you don't even have to be doing affiliate marketing to do this. Part of what I do is I drive for Uber, and because I need the tax write-off, I need to write off as much money as possible. So Uber, my vehicle, phone, everything, boom, boom, boom. I'm not a tax guy, but I'm just saying you can write off some things. And what I do is every day I get paid, I take a little bit, I move it over to Stash. I buy some gold and silver. I'll go to the place out in town, buy some junk silver. If you get a job, I told people a lot of times, if I went back down to zero, which I kind of have, I would go to Wendy's or McDonald's and flip burgers, take half my paycheck and buy traffic. Well, now it's a little different. Now, I would chop it up a little bit more, buy traffic, put a little bit in some investments, maybe buy some Bitcoin here and there, and just keep it moving, pay some of my debt down. And the thing is, I just wish I had this understanding before when I was making so much money. I was paying $5,000 a week for traffic. $5,000 a week in traffic. I was buying traffic. Just, I'd wire the guy the money, and he would send me clicks for the week, 10,000 clicks a week. And I was getting signups. Looking back, I just wish I had this understanding and this plan, because then it would have been so simple. It would have been like, boom. I would probably spend like $1,000 a week in traffic, $2,000 a week, invest in various different things. There's just no telling. But any which way, this is the path I'm on now. If you're old, you can only multiply it. If there's so many studies saying if 20-year-old person put $20 a week in an investment account, 10 years later, they stopped. By the time they're 65, they're going to have more money, 9 times out of 10, than a person who starts at 40, who puts $1,000 a week into an investment account, because time multiplies everything. Well, if you're like me and you don't have a lot of time, you have to find other ways to juice this thing up. You got to establish the habit first, but also if you learn network affiliate marketing, digital marketing, AI marketing, and trading, you can speed up the process by making more money, so you can buy more assets, so those assets can pay for your liabilities, pay for your way of life, and you can actually work towards a retirement plan. So links are below the video. Hopefully you understood. If you have questions, please leave them below. I'm going to be sharing so much more about this. I'm going to be screaming it from the mountaintops, close to 15 minutes. Leave your comments, questions below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.